Good evening, my friends. Today I have a very special episode, and I've been calling this week Legends Week because I feel like I'm talking to some legends this week. So today I have Kydd Jones, and before I bring him on, I've been trying to get this nigga on my show. I started podcast in 2016. I've been trying to get him on since 2016, and the pod gods have blessed me, and so Kydd Jones. Oh, Kydd. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. How are you, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing great. I'm actually very excited about this. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's dope, man. Me too, man.
That's
It's been
good.
a long time. I'm glad we could, put this
Yeah.
together and make it happen, man.
So how's life? How's life for you, especially during COVID and everything?
Um, life has been it's all right, man. Just dealing with, isolation, being, at the crib most of the time.
Yeah.
Just really trying to get the home front, right, taking care of the house, doing my chores and shit, making sure everything's around the house and etc. Since we got the extra time and, trying to
Are,
focus on what's
are
up.
you do you believe in the vaccine or
Um, it's not that I believe in the vaccine, but I did get the vaccine though. I did get my first shot.
okay, how was that?
That shit hurt, man. My arm I was out the game for probably, 3 days for sure. Yeah.
Really? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was just talking to my girl about it, and I was like, I kind of want to get it just because I know a lot of concerts and flying and stuff. Like it's gonna be
Oh,
recommended, and I mean if it helps me not get the Rona, then I'm cool with that.
no, for sure. And like a person like me and you, like soon, we're gonna try to travel. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
whether it be for business or pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's definitely gonna if they try to pull that you need your vaccine, we're gonna be ready. So
Yeah, I feel that. So I have a couple categories I want to touch on, and I really I want to get on because I know you've been going ham with the white supremacists. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I want to get on that, but before we get on that, I do want to know life of Kydd, like from before you started rapping, what got you into it, and to where you're at now.
Yeah. Well, born and raised in Austin, Texas, pretty much. Let's see, how can we start this? Grew up on really the east side and the south side. Let's say when my mom first had me, we were in like Booker T area on the east side of Austin, and then end up moving to the south side with my grandma for a little bit. And me and my brother Tank, we pretty much started rapping when we were in middle school, and it was just a hobby, you know what I mean? Like we didn't think anything of it. We had friends that did it.
Yeah.
We started our little group, and our friends had their little group, and we would just pass each other our little tapes that we would make, just recording on like cassette tapes, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. And one day, my brother, we went to this party, and we saw these kids. And they had like some CDs, and we were like, yo, we got CDs too. So we swapped them, and we heard their CDs, and we were like, man, this is really good. Like, wow, like this is crazy. Like they're really good. Like what's going on? Then we just kept listening to the music, and they heard our stuff, and they called us, and they were like, yo, y'all got to come to the studio. We were like, okay, like so we went to the studio, and it was actually a real studio.
Oh wow.
And it was the first time me and my brother had actually been to a real studio, had gone to a real studio. So we were just like, yo, what is going on? Like. And they were just like, basically like, yo, y'all want to join our group? And we were like, basically, yeah, long story short. And we ended up joining this group called Impact. And that's when we ended up signing to Above All Entertainment with Checkmate. I don't know if you know who Checkmate is in Austin.
Nah, who's that?
He's this guy. He owns this record label called Above All Entertainment. And he's I'd say like he's been a major factor in the city for a while, and as far as presenting new artists and et cetera like that. But we were signed to him for a little bit, end up getting a major deal, probably like 4 months into us signing with them.
And how old were you at this point?
I was 14 turning 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, so that happened. Basically the deal went south, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of reasons. I talked about it on Say Cheese with
I was gonna ask you about that because it said it was a $1 million deal.
yeah. Actually, Checkmate told me the exact number. It was a little less than $1 million, but it was right there. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, so did Checkmate sign? Did he like give you all in advance?
Well, the label gave us an advance.
Right. Yeah. So you got that, and so then I guess what brought you to getting attention from the majors?
What brought us to getting the attention?
Yeah.
Well, we had I think it was a few different factors. The fact that we were like really young at the time, right? And we all went to different schools in Austin. Like me and my brother at the time, we were on the north side. And then the other two members in the group, they were on the east and the west side. Like the one was going to McCallum, one was going to Johnston. You know what I'm saying? So we covered a fair ground. And back then we had our website that it was Sorry, excuse me. We had our website, and it was, we were kind of like really like Checkmate, he had us onto like having websites and being on social media really early, you know what I'm saying? Before we even wanted to be on it, he was always pushing, yo, y'all need to be online. This is the new wave. And we had this website where every day after school, all the kids, they would get on we had a forum on our website. They would get on our forum and they would talk about everything that happened at school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a forum. And I'm talking about, it was thousands. It was like every school in Austin. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. If a fight happened, it was on our forum. It might, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If so-and-so broke up, it was on our forum. You know what I mean? Like from school to school, like from Conley all the way to Pflugerville to, you know, Austin High, you know what I'm saying? And it was just because that's how many people we had reached at that time. And I think what happened, what pushed us over the edges was we had went to San Antonio one day for this I think it was Spurs and Lakers, but it might have not been. It was Spurs and somebody, but it was like a championship game. And we were there passing out CDs. We had probably about 2,000-3,000 CDs, you know, and we were passing them out to each car as they were exiting the.
Oh wow! So y'all was at the gate.
Yeah, at the gate as they were exiting, you know, leaving the venue or the stadium. We were passing out to every car, and when I tell you, every car they were turning on the music, they were jamming. You know, they seen these little kids, you know, and they were like, okay, you know, and they were jamming. So everybody was in high spirit, and I promise you, probably not like. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, we got a call. Maybe somebody we passed that CD to was an executive. And,
So what did that do to your brain as like a kid? And it wasn't like Lil Bow Wow famous, but you were up there, and then so you had this forum, you have a website, so a lot of people know you. Like, did you get kind of Hollywood a little bit? Because I know I would have been like, my shit don't stink.
We were all just like really like eager to be like fucking not famous, just to be like something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like we didn't really know what we had at the time, you know what I mean? I didn't know what I had until like, you know, afterwards, when I was just like, yo, like this is crazy. Like I can't believe that this is what's going on our, you know, like it's wild, like to think about it back then, and like how we really like had the city like by hand. And it was like, it's kind of like to compare this, kind of like how Quinn is doing it. But in a different, the music, everything was different though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything, the vibe, everything was different. So it had a different counter effect. Like we used to go to Highland Mall. Like think about it. We used to go to Highland Mall and like get chased. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that we were famous. It was that we were just those dudes at that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? We would cause riots. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that we were famous. It was just like if we were there, like we was already like 15 deep, right? So
Yeah.
then we had like an entourage following us. Then we had girls following us. Then we had, if we just ran, it was gonna cause, you know what I'm saying? It was gonna cause chaos. So we was just always them dudes, and it was like we also had like a studio where like it was like a hangout. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just it was wild. It was a wild time, man.
That's dope. So what was it like, or the feeling it was like when you got that call? Because a lot of motherfuckers don't get calls from anybody, let alone a major.
Shit, I really don't even know. I really don't even know, because it really didn't. I was already feeling like I was like super blessed at that time, because like, you know, Checkmate had gave me my first car. You feel me? Like I'm like 15. You feel me? I already got car on rims, and you know what I'm saying, like driving around Austin, like, so I'm already feeling like that dude, like before we even had the deal. So, and we were already in this professional studio. Like when the managers, you know, from Sony and them came down to our studio, they were like, well, damn, shit, y'all already set up real nice. You feel me? Like it was like, it's some super professional stuff. Like, and but I don't know. We felt like we still had something to prove, because our album wasn't out yet. You feel me? So you know what I mean? Like we were just waiting for that to happen, for the world to actually hear our album and be able to stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a deal, but the deal didn't mean nothing until the music was out. You feel me? So you know, shit happened, and
So what happened with the deal?
Man, just shit went south. You know what I mean? I was a kid at the time, so we just end up, you know, signing to some bad people. You know what I mean? Some messed up management situation that end up messing over the funds and just basically disappearing, and just, I don't know. You know, it was.
So when that happens, what does the major tell you? You're just kind of on your own at that point.
Yeah, definitely. If it's if it's like a one-off deal, and your budget is, you know, you run out of your budget, and you know what I'm saying? Like back then you get like a promotional budget with your events. You feel me? So if you don't have any promotional budget anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like if the promotional budget is gone, if you don't have anything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not that invested into you to give you more, you know what I'm saying?
But especially if you blew it and there's nothing to show for.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. So
then what did you do after that?
What did we do after that? Well, we all basically waited. We waited for our album to drop, right? We didn't know anything was wrong, right? We all still waited for our album to drop.
So exactly. Okay.
You feel me? Like, like we in July, like waiting for our album to drop. I think it was like July 25th. So we just sitting there waiting for our album to drop. You know what I mean? Like waiting for it to be on BT, waiting for it to see it on MTV, VH1. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about them days. This was like 2003, 2004. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? The height of 106. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we waiting to see, you know, the commercial drop. You feel me? It was nothing. So we just like, it must be the next day. You feel me? It must be the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
were y'all in touch with the managers at this time?
I wouldn't know. I was, like I said, I was only 15 at the time. I was under, you know, two managements at that time. You feel me? Like I was signed to a person who was signed to a person who had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't supposed to even know none of this was going on. You feel me? So,
wow.
So the fact that I even knew a lot of the shit that was going on was because I was approached by different people, different management people at Sony early on when we first got signed to Sony, who I end up having, you know, keeping relationships with. And, you know, they would hit my line at certain times. And you know, I was figuring shit out. I was just like, yo, what is, you know, we supposed to be having a meeting with Jamie Foxx right now. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't, but I'm, you know, we already got a deal. I'm not supposed to even, you know, care or to even, you know what I mean? Like, a kid is supposed to stay in the kid's place. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's just where I was at with it.
I mean, are you? Do you think it turned out for the better?
I mean, in a few, I mean, I think everything happens for a reason, and yeah, for sure.
So okay, so now y'all find out that you're not dropping. Time goes on. So now what are you doing? Because is
Well,
this
the album ended up dropping, right? It just didn't drop
okay?
like the way it didn't drop with the major
And
push that
friend,
was, we imagined that would be behind it with the, the advance money that was given out.
but
Or
did it still drop on Sony?
it still dropped on Sony. It still came out on every mom and pop store. It still came out in,
Yeah.
Best Buy. I think Best Buy and Walmart was the main carriers of it at that time. Best
Remember
Buy.
Walmart used to sell rap CDs? I bought the Blueprint 2 from Walmart.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I actually walked from IHOP and went to Walmart and bought that shit for real with my tip money.
Yep. So now, how's the city like when y'all drop? Like, is there hype around the city at least, or are y'all feeling good a little bit?
Well, it was kind of like it was a weird time, you know what I'm saying? Because like I think the hype had like kind of like not died down, but everybody was just, I felt like waiting for that big moment, you know what I'm saying? It kind of just like evaporated, but it wasn't like, I think when it happened, everybody was kind of waiting, and then when nothing happened, everybody, as far as that was on the label and in the group, was just kind of like shell shock at the moment. And then at that time, I was kind of like, well, shit, let's still make music, you know what I mean? And at the time, I don't think anybody was really interested in making music or trying to do anything. So I kind of end up leaving. You feel me? I end up leaving the group, end up leaving the label and shit.
Oh wow! So how was leaving the label? Did you just say I'm leaving? You got signs for shit?
Man, I actually just like dipped. I was just like, yeah, I'm. I just kind of washed my hands with the situation, like like I just kind of like dipped. You know what I mean? Like shit.
Yeah. So
I didn't even sign. I don't think I even talked to them for probably like, we were still cool and shit, but like, I stopped coming around. I stopped, going to the studio, stopped going to the shows, and like everybody that got the picture, I was kind of just out.
Yeah.
I talked to my brother, my brother was in it. You feel me? Like my brother Tank.
Oh, he was in the group too?
Yeah, my brother Tank is in the group, you know what I'm saying? So I left, I left him too. You feel me? Like I left the group. You know what I mean? I left the group and the label. So I was,
wow.
And it was more that I just kind of just wanted to keep making music, and I felt they didn't want to make music anymore. So that forced me to, to find different ways to make music, you know what I mean? And find different people to make music with and shit. It wasn't like no hate or anything. It was just like
doing what's best for you. So let's fast forward now. Now we get to LNS Crew. How did that come about?
Well, LNS Crew. Well, honestly, before like I was in the label situation, before I got signed to the group, me and my brother was making music, and we were going under the name Southern Boys. So Southern Boys is LNS Crew is kind of like it was like it was always LNS Crew. It was just like Southern Boys, it's a new name for Southern Boys. I wanted to rename it, you know what I'm saying, and kind of rebrand Southern Boys into LNS Crew, and that's what that was. Like, so basically when I left the group, I was just like, man, I'm going back to, doing my own shit. I was like, I'm about to run with LNS Crew. And, I was on the bus one day and I was like, yo, that's the name, Leaders of the New School. You know what I'm saying? Like, bam. And then like,
is that the name of it?
Yeah, Leaders of the New School. Yeah.
For some reason, this whole time I thought it was loony nigga shit.
Nah.
Like, I swear to God.
Leaders of the New School.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have I been hearing loony nigga shit from?
I don't know. Shit. There's a guy named Looney in Austin, but nah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So before you go on, when you were a kid rapping, like what was your style? Because I know now your style is like, to me, is like very hip hop. But I feel if I had to guess, I would say you were like a Southern rapper as a lad.
You'd have to really listen. It was I'd say it was more like East Coast influenced when I was
Okay.
when like around the time when we got signed, like all we listened to was like New York music, and of course we had like dance songs at that time, but like the song the song that actually made got us signed was a song called Heel Toe. It was a dance song, you feel me?
Heel Toe?
Yeah, but that was like not even like the kind of music we like to make as a group. Like we like to make like hard hip hop New York songs and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, so like if you find the link of the album online, it's called Almost Famous by
Okay.
Impact IMPAC. Yeah, man, we don't sound like Southern rappers, I don't think. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
So
traditional Southern rappers. Like we don't sound like the shit that was coming out. Like at the time, it was like Big Moke,
yeah.
Millionaire, Mike Jones, Laffy Taffy, all like
Yeah.
a lot of shit was out then. Like, but we jammed. We were jamming like a lot of Joe Budden at the time. We were jamming a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of fucking
Yeah.
like a lot of G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops from New York. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we were all of us. We were just and then Checkmate. His family from Queens. So that's
Oh,
all.
okay. Yeah.
Honestly, that's all we would. We were on some East Coast shit. Even we
Yeah.
would always walk around the city in New York fitteds and long white T-shirts and Air Force Ones and shit.
Yeah.
Like for real. That's how we was. Everybody knew us for just wearing like fresh white Air Force Ones and white T-shirts and New York fitteds. Like
Yeah.
that was like our shit. You know what I mean? And we were just like some kids. You feel me?
Mhm. So now, who does LNS consist of?
LNS crew, me, my brother, Harris, Corey, and that's really it.
Yeah. So how did that form? Like how did the collective come about?
We all just know each other from like just growing up, you know what I'm saying, from school. Me and my brother just, automatically just, that's it. You feel me? We we started this shit together just from the root, And yeah, we just, know each other from school and just from me and Harris know each other from just running. Harris used to send me messages on Facebook, like when I first got on Facebook. He had this picture of this exhibit as his profile picture, and I would never answer his messages. And I was just like, yo, like one day I answered it. I'm like, yo, like why are you hitting me up with all these messages, sending me all these beats? He would just send me links to beats and shit, right? To like SoundCloud and shit. And I finally listened to him. I'm like, all right, you kind of dope, bro. I hear what you're doing. And then I end up running into him one day on like West Campus. And he was like, yo, it's Exhibit. I'm like, yo, it's you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, what's up, man? So
That's dope.
yeah, we've been cool. We just been kicking it.
That's dope. Now, let's jump around real quick. Let's talk a little bit about your music production. You make beats, right?
Yes, sir.
When did that start?
I actually started making beats when I was around like 14 when I first got signed to the local independent label here, Above All Entertainment. When we joined that group, Impact.
Yeah.
So I started making beats then. I met this guy, Black Mike. He's also a local musician here in Austin. His name is Black Mike. I was just going to the studio and he was literally like making like soulful Kanye type joints. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like back then, like I was like, and back then I didn't, it was rare to even, find a hip hop producer. I was always like, me and my brother at the time, like we were young. We were always like looking for people who make beats or trying to make beats or something like that. And we never could, our reach had never gotten that far. And then I went to the studio and this man was in there making beats on the, Triton and the MPC. And I would just literally sit back and just watch him make beats to so long to where like once he left the computer, like I would be doing it, trying to mimic all the shit that he did to try to make my own like beats and shit. You feel me? And eventually like he would sit down with me and like show me a little trick, show me a little thing, boom, boom, boom. And next thing you know, I'm making beats and yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. So do you What was I trying to ask? So as after all this shit, cause I know you made some beats to some pretty notable people. Like, so in your position, how do you present yourself to like present a beat to them? Cause I mean, I feel like like, do you do it like how Harris did it? You just kind of hit them up, or do you know these people, or do you?
Man, like it be like weird sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it just depends. Like for instance, like when I met Stolly, you feel me? You know who Stolly is, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Well, I met him at a thrift store. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? I met him at a thrift
Here?
store. No, I met him at in Atlanta
Oh, okay.
at a thrift store, and it was just it was just kind of real organic, and I didn't want to even like push it on him that like I don't know. It's kind of like you want to have like relationships with people before you
Yeah.
have like so-called business with them. You feel me? Let them
Right,
know
right.
you're kind of a human before you just like trying to grab at them and try to what I mean, like try to
Yeah.
like, all right, they know I'm a rapper, but like when is the rap shit gonna pop off? You feel me? Like
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when is the rap shit? When is he gonna start talking to me about rap or Rick Ross, or you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I never even bring up Rick Ross. I've never done that. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like those things never come up with me. Like you know what I mean? So
Mm.
for instance, so when we just started hanging out on some cool shit, like we met at the thrift store and it was just like, yo, what's popping? Bam, bam, bam. And literally he gave me his number before we left the thrift store. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like
Damn.
on some regular shit. Like, he was just like, yo, you're a cool dude. Like, bam, bam, bam. Here go my number. He hit me up right after we left the thrift store and was like, yo, come to my crib. Let's chill. You feel me? And I
Yeah.
told him I was a producer. You feel me? I just, you know what I mean? But I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't hound him on like, yo, let me send you beats. You feel me?
Right,
Like,
right.
I just met him, we vibed out for a quick second, and I left him alone, you feel me? And he was just like, yo, your vibe is cool, you feel me? Like, boom. So when I went to his house, literally like probably 2 hours later, played him some beats, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like that. And it went from there. Like same thing with like, anybody that I've ever worked with, or, like Absol or something, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Damn.
just keeping it organic, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of not really like pressing the situation, you feel me?
Yeah.
If it's meant for you, it'll happen. Sometimes you gotta press the situation. Don't get me wrong.
How was with Absol?
Well, shit, my girl had my girl was like real cool with with his girl. You know what I'm saying? They had a relationship. Like they were. My girl used to work for this company called Karma Loop in New York.
Yeah.
And long story short, Absol end up like they end up coming to our house. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't even know he was coming. You know what I'm saying? But he just ended up like walking into my house, and I was already playing beats. You feel me?
How does that feel? Like you chilling and then Absol just walks in. You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know he's coming in.
You be tripping inside. You feel me? But you kind of gotta play it off, bro.
Yeah.
Don't sweat.
Nigga.
You feel me? Like
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna sweat. Like Jay-Z walking, I'm gonna start tripping. You
Oh
feel
yeah.
me? Kanye
Oh yeah, of
walking, I'm gonna
course.
start tripping.
Yeah.
Like there's a few people you start tripping on, but like you know what I'm saying? Like I like and these people that are super respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you know that are big people in a lot of people's eyes. Even in my eyes, it's just like you know what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta kind of, they also human too. You feel me? Like,
True.
so not
Yeah.
everybody just want to be even in a personal situation. Like I know when like I be, on some regular shit, like even with my family or out, and like a person will come up to me and like, hey kid, super like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
that's cool and everything. But then like I like the ones that come up, like what's up, kid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I see,
Yeah.
boom, 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 and keep it regular. And you know what I'm saying? We can probably chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to hit something?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
come fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the ones who be like too crazy with it. And it's like, all right, if you would have came to my house and I'd have been like, yo, where Kendrick? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
where Top on the phone? He gonna be like, man, I can't even come over here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, type
Yeah.
shit. You feel me? So, I don't know. You just got to keep it regular. You know what I mean? Treat people how you want to be treated, type shit.
So what did they do at your house?
Shit, we chilled. We smoked. Shit, me and Absol drove fucking up and down Ben White, buying all the backwoods. You know what
Damn.
I'm saying? Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's fucking nuts.
we chilled. Listen to music. He wrote to some beats. He took some beats with him. We vibed.
I mean,
We went to
do
the
you
Greenbelt.
charge?
Actually, we went to the
Really?
Greenbelt. Yeah, we went to the
Wow.
Greenbelt. Yeah. We charge. We charge for beats too, for sure.
I was gonna say, do you charge Ab Soul for beats though?
For sure, for sure.
Do you give them a homie price or you do the Ab Soul
It's
price, the TDE price?
We work it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
it's we work it out. It's always like a respectful thing. You feel me? Like it's a respectful thing in business, and you know, like you get some people that's just like they down with like they not no hoes. You know what I'm saying? Can we cuss on here? Have we been cussing? I don't know.
Oh yeah, we can say whatever the fuck we want, nigga.
Oh, okay, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like he's not like he's not a hoe. They gonna show love. Every time I've ever pulled up on him, like even if I be like so like I got these shirts for you, he gonna be like, all right, yeah, man, bring them. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna throw me, you know what I'm saying, what they worth for even more. You feel me? Like they be on some shit like that. So you know what I mean?
Wow, that's fucking dope.
And that's like with a lot of the artists that that I work with. It's like it's always like that. You know what I'm saying? Like. You got to be about your business. Like I got a family too. You feel me? Just because I'm famous, I'll be on some, or on some like whatever. But they be calling me for for services. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's dope. So do you go like full like industry with them? You know what I mean? Like with BMI ASCAP, or do you just give them a flat rate? Split?
Yeah, we do both. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll it depends on what kind of relationship you have with an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm if I don't know the artist and I'm commissioned to come work with them, you know what I mean? Like we gonna do X, Y, Z off bat.
Right.
If I fuck with you, like if I'm working with Kirko, like we might do like 9 tracks in one night. You know what I'm saying? And only like maybe one of them come out. You feel me? So we'll handle that when that, you know what I'm saying, when we get to mixing and mastering, he'll be like, yo, I'm gonna use this track, I'm gonna send you your bread and your writing and blah 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 XYZ, you know what I'm saying? So
if they do 9 tracks and one gets picked, do you charge them for all 9 or you just charge them for that one that got picked?
Just for that one. I mean, and plus, you know what I'm saying, you're getting paid for the session. I mean, if you're handling your business, you getting, you know what I mean, like you getting your time's worth. You feel me? Like So it's like you worked on 9 tracks in a 8 or 5 hour session, block, right?
Yeah.
I got paid for that whole block. You feel me? That whole 5 hours got hoteled and flew out there or driven out there. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying. So that my time is paid for. Everything's paid for. And then on the back end, it's like we made 9 tracks. You feel me? He only picked 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? At the end, boom. We square up on those 2 tracks and we keep going. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else is like shit. You can't be scared of these tracks, man. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Right.
Like shit. We made 9 tracks, like shit. And then think about it. Nobody else gonna hear them tracks again. You feel me? Like them tracks is done. You feel me? Like we don't reuse that. I'll be telling my brother all the time, like I'm not scared of this music shit, man. Like if I make one hit, we gonna make another one. You feel me? Like
wait, so if you make 9 tracks and a nigga choose one, you scrapping 8?
I mean, yeah. If we did like. If we constructed those tracks for him, you know what I mean? If like, me and him, like we made songs.
You know how niggas be like, oh, you made that for such and such. Like, somebody will buy that.
No, yeah, for sure. But like if it don't have just my vocals on it, if it ain't nothing that just like came out of my my lab, if it's something that I created with him, you know what I'm saying? It's like because I don't want him to hear something that like, you know what I'm saying? Like
gotcha. I'm just talking. I'm
I put out with somebody else that like, oh shit, me and you was working on that. You feel me? Like
yeah.
I didn't even had tracks where dude was like, I ran in that situation before where it's like, oh shit, like damn, like fucking. So and such want this track, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's a track I already sold. And I didn't hit up homie like, bro, like, let me buy it back from you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. How'd that play out?
Shit, it's always love. You feel me? It's always love.
Okay. That's dope.
Everybody, like, it's always love. Like, everybody trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? If they can help me come up, we all coming up together. You feel me? Like, it's nothing. You feel me? Like, I be having dudes hit me like, yo, I'm with such and such in the studio. Send all the beats through. You feel me? Like, I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If it helps you out, it's gonna help me out. We all gonna win. Let's get it.
All right. Now, I'm gonna do this one really quick. So, give me your top three.
Favorite collabs?
Yeah,
Like
features, features or somebody that you worked with. It can
oh, that I
be
worked with.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to say, damn, Gary Clark Jr.
Were you in the studio with Sean Price?
I was in the studio. I was about to say Sean Price too. Yes, I
Yes.
was in the studio with Sean Price. We actually recorded that in the hotel
Yo,
room in
how the fuck
Manhattan.
was that?
We recorded that in the hotel room in Manhattan, yo. Like for real, I'm gonna tell you. So Sean Price was one of them dudes. I can't even think of. Go back to the feature. I can't even think of a third feature. I'm probably gonna say Pac Div.
Did you do a song with Yellow Wolf too?
Yeah, Yellow Wolf. I did a song with Yellow Wolf too.
So
Actually,
you
actually,
put
I'm
Pac
gonna
Div
go with
over?
Yellow Wolf too. I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Yellow. I'm gonna go with Yellow Wolf, Sean Price, and Gary Clark Jr.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna tell you about. Shit, I can tell you about each one of them really.
Yeah, let's go down the list.
Let's start with Sean Price though.
Yeah.
So, my boy Harris, you know Harris, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he always told me about Sean Price. You feel me? He put me on like Duck Down Records and all that shit. You feel me? Harris actually put me onto a lot of like fucking music. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was like shit that I always wanted to get into, MF Doom, etc. We can have an MF Doom story too because he owed me some bread and
For MF Doom?
R.I.P. MF Doom though. But yeah, he would always tell me about Sean Price and so one day like I think we just like called him on his phone and shit or like we hit him up or I hit him up. Harris set him up to like do a feature, right? And he was like, yeah, just call me. You know what I'm saying? Like he just like dead ass just like, yo, just call me. And he sent me the number and we talked on the phone and yo, this fool only like talked on his house phone.
Really?
Only on his house phone.
He didn't have a cell phone?
I don't know if he had a cell phone. He didn't have a cell phone number. We only talked on his house phone. And I'm talking about talk to this dude, you know, like a couple times a month, like before we did the feature, and even after, like, you know, we talked all the time and shit. And he was always like on his house phone. And just like, you know, what up, you know, you good, man? Like, you know, I got the new mix coming for you, you know, just, you know, checking on you type shit. Not even trying to bother him, sweat him like that, you feel me?
Yeah.
But so he's like, yeah. So I'm like, you know, we're gonna be in New York, you know, on this day, and you know, yeah, cool. We're gonna come down and do the record. So cool. I made the beat on the way in the airplane on the airplane. Damn. So on the way to New York, I made the beat. So when we got to the hotel, I called Sean Price. He's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He answered the phone, the house phone. He's like, all right, I'll be there in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He pulled up. I had the like mic hanging from the closet door and shit.
Yeah.
On the laptop and shit. And he pull up, you know, Fila to the ground. He had Fila sneakers on, Fila velour tracksuit. I think he might have had a Fila headband on too or something.
Yeah.
You know, he was chilling. He was just like, what up? You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. You know, we was just chilling, you know, shooting the shit. You know what I mean? Like, start playing the beat. He was vibing out, you know, asking me like, what's the vibe of the song and etc. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he started writing. He probably wrote for probably like an hour, laid it down real quick. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing. It was yeah, it was love. So did it like that, you know?
That's dope.
Yeah, just did it in the hotel room. We did it in the hotel room, a little hotel room in downtown Manhattan, man. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was really kind of regular. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
like I didn't even know that he was such a big deal though. You feel me? Like, honestly,
I heard about him off Grand Theft Auto 3, and ever since then I kind of just been fucking with him. But yeah, I didn't know he's like hip hop god.
No, he's a hip hop god in this. Like, he's definitely one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? And but I didn't know at the time. You feel me? I didn't know. Like, I knew he was like a real dope artist, and I knew about, you know, his legacy and everything, but I didn't know that he meant what he meant to like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I was like, damn, he a real OG. Like,
Yeah.
Like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, dang, I got to work with, you know,
Yeah.
and for real.
Before you answer the next two, I could be wrong, but don't you know Chubby Baby?
Yeah. I used to be
Okay.
signing him for sure.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, because Chubby Baby at one point was my favorite artist out of Dipset.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and now when he's an A&R, right? Now
A&R executive at Hitco Records, yeah.
So do you still keep your relationships with people?
Oh, for sure.
That's dope.
That's one thing about, you know, in this business, bro, you gotta you only burn bridges if you ain't trying to, you know, if you for sure you don't have to swim back, you know what I mean? And if it's worth it, you feel me? Like, if it's worth burning the bridge, I mean, do it, but like, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
But yeah, no, me and Chubby Baby, we still cool and shit. It's just like, at the time, Chubby Baby was signing, you know, Instagram acts. People famous on Instagram and shit, you feel me? So
yeah.
you know, I'm not an Instagram character like that. So
yeah, that's cool. So Gary Clark and Yellow Wolf.
I did. You say what?
Gary Clark and Yellow Wolf.
Oh man, I met Gary. First time I met Gary, it was probably like 2008. And it was at this show. My friend's dad played in this band called Less Than the Funk Mob.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this like old school funk band from Austin, super well known in like the funk, you know, funk scene or whatever. And he, like, you know, it was my friend's dad, and he always knew me and my brothers rapped and stuff, you know what I mean? So he actually told me to, like, he was like, man, why don't you come down and like do a little, you know, rapping with me on my set, you feel me? And I was like, cool, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is kind of like when I had left the group. I had already left the group, you feel me? So I was just kind of making music on my own, you know what I mean? And he told me to come through. I came through, and then, you know, I saw Gary that same night. And
is he the Gary Clark at this point?
I think in the city he was well known, but I don't think he was like world would not, you know what I'm saying? Like the world didn't know about him. The city knew about him. He was already that dude, you feel me? But like, and I think he might have had it. I think he might have had a deal at that time too. I'm not sure. He might have not, but yeah. But I met him then, and then, but I mean, we didn't work until. Go ahead.
Didn't you work with Max Frost too?
Yeah, I worked with Max Frost.
How was that? Yeah. See, I kind of kept up with your career a little bit.
Yeah, man. A lot of people say, you know, and I ain't gonna go there.
All right, back to Gary Clark.
Just Max Frost. Gary Clark. Fuck it. Yeah, me and Gary, but we didn't end up working until probably like 10 years later. You know, we just stayed. Wow. Like I said, we stayed friends. You feel me? Like that's what I was saying about relationships. You feel me? We just stayed friends. I never bugged him about, you know, music, anything. You know what I mean? Like, it was just. I remember one day I was in Atlanta, and he hit me up. Was like, yo, I'm in Atlanta, you know, pull up, you feel me? And I think he always knew I did music, you know what I'm saying? They always knew I did music. But when he was in Atlanta on tour, he was like, you know, pull up. And I pulled up on him on his tour bus. And he had this little speaker, you know, in the studio and on the little tour bus, right? It was quiet and everything. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm about to play this joint I just recorded, right? Like 2 nights ago. I just started playing it. Just everybody in there, everybody on the tour bus just, what is that? Just literally, I'm just like, yo, that's me. Like, Gary was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, and this is kind of like more on my singing shit, you feel me? Like, and he was just like, yo, that's just crazy. Like, yo, you know what I mean? And I think that's when he kind of was like, yo, like, yeah, like, we gotta, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that was that, you know what I mean? And we got a few records together, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a few. We actually got a music video we about to shoot, directed by this guy named Yaki. You know, you ever heard of Yaki?
Wait, I think like from here?
Yeah.
Yes. like back in the day.
let me see. What's his? I got his. I was trying to find out his contact right here. Go back to the screen. But yeah, Yaki. I can't find his last name right here. But yeah, he's from here. He's a black director. Yeah, man. We about to shoot this movie. Me, him, and Gary.
Wow.
We about to go all the way down, bro. Like,
Wow, that's pretty dope. When are y'all doing that?
Within probably the next 2 months, we just got the treatment, done and approved. So now we're just scheduling dates to shoot. So yeah. It's a crossover record too, you know what I'm saying? It's something that like people really didn't even know, like a sound that I could even do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the producer who did it is this guy that I met in West Holland when I was on tour in Europe. You feel me? Like, it's just crazy.
So let me ask you, because I've known about you since I've been here in Austin. That's probably like 10 plus years. So how do you keep afloat? And like, because you don't drop the way normal artists drop. Like, you're not dropping albums every now and then. Like, you might drop a couple Lucy's, then you might do some producing shit. Like, how do you stay afloat?
Man, I kind of just like I just do me. You feel me? Like, I let my big splashes happen when they like, naturally happen. Like, I got some things that's like, I don't know, like for instance, like when I dropped my last album I dropped when I went on tour in Europe, you feel me? So, that's how I like, I present my big splashes, and, then like, I drop my singles, and, I don't know, I kind of just, I feel like I just let the quality work itself. You know what I mean? Like, you got to just, I'm not like really trying to,
do you ever get into like an album mode?
Oh yeah. Album mode. I actually got, we wrapping up the album right now, Onyx.
Okay.
Or wrapping up the EP. So I've been working on these EPs, man, and so I can give, a few bodies of work other than just one. You feel me? I'm trying to get stretch them out to a few. So I got this EP coming out with NIP. I don't know if you know the producer NIP. He's here from Austin. Me and him, we got like 7 records that are just crazy. And that's gonna be my next release.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's crazy, man. And I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff that's just about to drop, man. I'm just getting everything. I'm getting everything prepared, as well as working on these. Just working on this. Trying to knock out this video with Gary. Trying to just get all this stuff done, man. This shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? The future is looking good, man. Like, collabs coming, with major companies. Shit is going crazy.
Now, speaking of, and I know that, we didn't get to tell the yellow part of the story. We can go back to that, but you had said you're working on the Onyx Dior. I don't know if I spelled this right. Did I spell it right?
Just no I.
Okay. Fuck. But let's see if I could. Let's see if I can fix that. So it's DOR.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is that right?
There you go.
Okay, now I'm excited about this just because people make music, people make beats, they shoot videos, they even podcast. But very few people make clothes, but then very few people make shoes.
For real.
And you, my friend, you have a shoe.
Yeah.
And I know that I always try to support people one way or the other. And when I saw that, I told myself, I said, self, this is great. Like, this man has made a shoe, and it is a limited edition shoe. And I did what any normal human being would do. And I took my weed money and I bought some fucking shoes. Now, how did that come about? Because that is huge.
Yeah, man. It's like just growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always, I'm sure even you, like, idolizing Jordan, idolizing Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
idolizing Kobe, you know, these guys with these sneaker deals. And, you know, it's like, man, I figure I was like, one day I was just thinking, I was like, man, I'm going to sign. I was like, fuck getting a sneaker deal. I'm going to sign myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going to sign myself. You feel me? To a shoe deal. So I was like, you know, I was like, I'm going to do my own sneaker. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to make it happen. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a strenuous, long process, and it's a headache. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, we making it happen, man. It's dope, and the final product is gonna be just like the craziest thing. Like, man.
So what's the concept behind like the name Onyx Dior?
Onyx Dior. Well, the name Onyx Dior really, you know, it's kind of a long story. Like, I really high key got it from like basically my mentor. You know what I'm saying? I basically got the name from my mentor. He had this candle in his house, and when he passed away, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the candle, and I was just like, yo, like, what is that? You feel me? Like, what is it? You know, and I end up looking up, you know, doing the research on the candle, and the candle said Onyx Dior on it, honestly. And the candle is literally from like the, you know, 70s.
Wow.
And it was a gift that you get from these designer stores when you like purchase like high-end items, like maybe a Rolex or like something Gucci, but it was like something he got from like overseas, like when he had purchased, you know, probably like a Rolex or something. You feel me? And it was like a gift that they give to you. They give with you. They give with you. But the onyx is actually it's a rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ore. You know what I'm saying? It's like an ore that's like made of different minerals that make up this white, gold, and black color. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's like what the onyx is. But just, you know what I'm saying? Like it was really just a play off that, you know, like my mentor was just, you know, somebody that was like, that kind of like I wanted to like idolize and like, you know what I'm saying, keep living on the name and just like kind of reinventing myself, re-embodying myself into.
So this is dedicated to, wow.
That, you know what I'm saying, that too. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's just like a futuristic new wave of, you know, of myself. You feel me? So
yeah. So where did you where'd the logo come from? Do you have the shoes?
Yeah. You want to check it out?
I mean, come on, quit being so humble, man. Shit on these niggas, kid. Shit on these niggas.
My bad. I had to step away real quick. Go to the office real quick, man.
You are totally fine.
So yeah, man. Got the shoe boxes in the garage, but you know what I'm saying? I got the shoes, man. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Man.
There go
the
where my phone at real quick. Turn it so you can see that little. Can you see that detail?
Yeah.
Oh, where the camera at? Bam. Trying to put the light on it and like putting the camera at the same time. Boom. They go to you know, the Wildcat on the hill, the Panther, you know what I'm saying, with the mouth open. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Onyx Dior.
Those hoes are beautiful, man. Like I must say, I am very proud to know some. Like that's some fly shit, and that is very fly. Wow.
And then like in the tongue, like we got the skyline, city skyline.
Oh wow! So you like design these?
Yeah, design. You see, it says when these are on your feet, everyone is watching you. Designed by Kydd Jones for Onyx Dior and LNS Crew Productions, 2021. Got the city. They go to city skyline right there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Hang tag. Hey, peep the hang tag. You know how, you know, the old school Jordans, you get the hang tags, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go a different level though with the hang tag. They, you know, the see-through Onyx Dior hang tags.
Yo,
See them. So
this nigga.
these hang off the joints like that. These hang off the, off the shoe.
This nigga doing this thing.
Man, that's since you my boy, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna reveal something else too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. Let's
go. Insole right there.
This is impressive. This is very wow. Like, cause this isn't like just some nigga just going to Nike ID. So like,
yeah.
What was the process? I'm sorry, I'm very excited right now. My bad.
Man, when I tell you it's a long, like the longest process is really the production of the shoe. You feel me?
Yeah.
I had calculated when I did my sample that, you know what I'm saying, it was gonna take a shorter time, but when you're doing when you're doing a bigger order, it's even more strenuous.
But let's not forget COVID happened also. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on, you know.
Hey, I'm on
Huh? Oh yeah. I actually smoked before I got on just because me, my Dre be watching, and she probably doesn't want to see her son smoke. So, you know. But what made you come up with the Jordan 1 design?
Jordan 1 being my favorite shoe, you know what I'm saying, at the time, you know what I mean? And I just really I thought a lot of people would, could relate to it, you feel me?
Yeah.
I thought a lot of people, and this just being my first joint, messing with a shoe silhouette, like, you know what I mean? Like my next one, if I do a next one, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, try to do some real crazy business to where I can get them all, like, you know what I'm saying, like get an investor to like front all the money for them.
Yeah.
So we can actually have all the physicals in, or just next time I'm just gonna do a sample run. So where whenever I order my samples, I'm ordering, like everybody's samples at the same time. So it's more like it's not like it's not really like a shoe release in to say where it's like, yo, like we kind of doing this as like I don't know, kind of like a project, like, yo, I'm about to do this. We all about to, let's all just kind of get in on this, you know what I'm saying? So it won't be like a shoe release. It'll just be like more of a, almost like an intimate concert. You feel me? To set the reach, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
how limited are those?
These right now, I only did 22 copies. 22 sneakers, and that's really what's putting my shit on you know what I'm saying, that's really taking so long for my shit because the order was so small and shit, and
that's all good.
The priority on shit is like, I'm definitely not using this company again though.
I don't mind. Like I told you, I paid the money and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Even though you said, yo, that you would like you, I pay you back. I don't want it because I support Black people. You know what I'm saying? But I really support that, and it's limited. You know what I'm saying? And whenever I get a chance that I could be a hype beast, I will be a hype beast. And
that's why I haven't even put mine on. I haven't even put mine on feet because I'm not putting mine on feet until everybody, you know what I'm saying, get there. So
you're a noble guy.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And you showed the insole, and the insole looked way more comfortable than the Jordan 1 insole.
Oh, for sure, man. These joints, this ain't no, I think they still using that 1985 technology on the joints, but like, now we got some soft cushion on mine for real.
Yeah, that's dope. And now, like I usually do the pod from like 45 minutes to an hour, but before we go, I want to get in to Kydd versus white supremacists.
Yo,
what's up with that? Like, I know you've been having. I don't want to say you've been having beef with the white supremacists, but for some reason, this white supremacist loves your black ass.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's just because you know what I'm saying. I'm making them. I'm bringing that shit to the forefront. You feel me? Like, definitely with my music and my message. You feel me? Like, that's like. I'm just, preaching that my people just get educated and we get together and we boot up and we, you know what I'm saying, get this shit together, man, and they not liking that shit. You feel me? And
but do you know these people?
No, I don't. I don't definitely. You don't know these people. These people are just internet, hackers and internet people
Yeah.
who, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you, like that's what I was telling you. Is this a live link? Like can they like hack the shit? Because like if I share it, like I don't know who gon', you know what I'm saying? Who gonna get a hold of it? Who watching? You know what I mean? Like they just weirdos like that, bro. That they definitely out there and they definitely watching. So
Now I know I wanted to kind of joke with this whole like kid versus white supremacist, but I'm gonna take it serious for a second. How how does all the, I guess, the, what's the word, injustice, all the shit going on, how does that affect you as a black man, and how does that affect you like emotionally?
I mean, it affects me. It's just a crazy feeling, man. Like we living in this world where the black man is basically being hunted. You know what I'm saying? Hunted down. You know, they've been not giving us any rights. They've been, trying to, eliminate us by all means necessary, by, the war on drugs, gangs, the crack epidemic, the school to prison pipeline, you feel me? We can go on forever, you know what I'm saying? Like about the systematic, traumas that we're facing, every day, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I just basically got to stay strong for my son and for my family to make sure that my legacy, leaves on like something, better than, what was here. So that I just got to prepare my family to be able to survive. You feel me?
Right.
And that's just basically what it is. Like, whether that be, shit, we having a fucking, we just got to do, what we got to do by all means. If that means, us black people, we got to revolutionize the game, and, it's about that time now. So
How does it how about like, cause your son's black, right? Or is he
yeah,
mulatto?
no, my son's black.
So how does, and I didn't mean any, because I hear mulatto's a bad term now.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
they
know.
be saying. No, my wife is Creole though. My wife is Creole.
Oh yeah, like my daughter's half white. I call her mulatto all the time, but somebody said that's racist. So I don't fucking know. But how, as a father, and having a child who is young, do you tell him, or do you try to, or do you kind of try to shield him from what's going on?
Um, not really. I mean, I think us as like black men, we gotta inform and educate, and not hide the way life, is for a black man. Like shit, even your son, like light skin or not, he's, when
Yeah.
he pulls up to the place,
Oh yeah, I tell him, I say,
you know what I'm
boy, you a
saying?
nigga. You a
You're
nigga. Once
exactly,
you
you
get
know
in
what I'm
trouble,
saying?
you are a nigga.
You still a nigga. Like when you pull up to the restaurant and they don't, he's a nigga. There he goes. Watch out. Come on.
Yeah.
Get out of here, nigga. Get out of here, nigga. Back up. Go, go. Go ahead. Watch out, bro. But yeah, you gotta here you go. He gonna get beat up in a second. All right. Yeah, you gotta inform him because like if you don't know how to react when these, you encounter these policemen, or you encounter these super hyperactive white supremacists, or people who even have it underlying and just waiting for you to make a move, or make a, you know what I'm saying, make a threatening, anything. You feel me? You gotta be ready for that. You gotta know how to read that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be unaware of those situations.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Because then when you in them, you don't know that you're in them, and then it's boom. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
yeah.
you gotta know how to act, and you gotta know how to, just be aware. You know what I'm saying? This world ain't sweet out here.
Yeah, I've been trying to teach my kids to how to respond, like to react logically instead of emotionally.
For sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they're in a they're at a school where there's not too many black kids, you know what I'm saying? And so they come home with different stories and shit, and I'm just like, yo, like, man, it can't be me. I've been fucking niggas up left and right, but
Man,
it's a softer generation. So
No. It definitely is. But now it's also a generation where if you fight, boy, I remember. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the day when we could fight in school, and we'd be all right. You come back to school the next day.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you fight in school, bro,
yeah.
you know what happens? You have to go to court.
Oh yeah. It's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
now you have a record, bro. Do you know how many fights I had, bro? Do you know what kind of record I would have had?
And they and like you can fuck up so bad your parents can get a record.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you can fight so many times that now that your parent is in jail.
Yeah.
Bro, I fought so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like it couldn't even know. It was during school, after school, bro. We was, boxing, the principal would pick me up, take me, my gym, my coach pulled me up, bro, we going, nothing is happening. Like, none of that is happening. Not today though.
Nah.
These kids fight, you fight in school today, you're going to jail, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like you going to jail, like the cop on campus is gonna take you to jail. You feel me? Like,
yo, sorry to jump back, but you also got some fly ass like Honest New York clothing too.
Yeah, man.
You're rocking. Is that you made that hat?
Oh yeah. This was part of one of my first collections that dropped. Man, I got some shit that's dropping on July 31st, the day after my birthday.
Yeah. Your birthday is what? The 30th, obviously. Mine's July 21st.
On the 30th. I'm low key kind of spilling the tea right now on your podcast.
Yeah.
Just did my first collab with Round Rock Express. So collab dropping on July 31st. Onyx Dior, Round Rock Express.
And it's gonna be what? Like top, bottoms, both.
You'll have to check in and see, but yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's to honor the baseball player Willie Wells, who played for the Austin Senators.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was Austin Senators was basically the first baseball team in Austin, Texas to really ever exist, and it was they were black dudes. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
I like that you pay homage to the city, like for real, because a lot, like, I always listen when niggas say they put on for the city, but like, you actually are like doing it, like you're putting on for the city, you're showing the city. I love the fucking the skyline and the tongue of the, like, my mind is still blown.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm gonna do when I get those shoes, I do the all shoes, I'm gonna smell them.
Yeah, come on, bro. You're a sneakerhead, bro. That's what we do.
I'm just gonna smell them. But I can't say that I'm gonna wear them because I don't know, like 22 pairs. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can bring myself to wear them if there's only 22 pairs.
Well, wear them, get some wearing them, and then then put them up. You feel me? Get
I know. Yeah. I got to. Any last words? Oh, before that, where'd you name Kydd Jones from?
The name Kydd Jones?
Yeah.
Well, my last name is Jones.
Okay.
And I got Kydd from what my brother was. My older brother was just basically always hanging out, with all his friends and shit. And I would always just try to come hang out with the older guys, and they would always call me Kydd or Tank's kid brother. And it just went from like that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, whatever.
That's dope.
So that's how I got Kydd. Pretty much, that's how that shit went.
That's just been on my mind all fucking week.
Before then, my name was Kool-Aid.
Really?
Yeah.
Before I was Moke, my name was Lil Jen. And then it was Sincere, then Cincy, then Sincere Tomoki, now Moke. Yeah, I wanted to have aliens. Yeah. So tell the people how they can find you. Leave us with some good words.
Man, it's your boy Kydd, man. You can find me everywhere at Kydd Jones, or just search Kydd Jones, KYDDJONES, on any of your social networks, any of your music platforms, anywhere you stream anything, anywhere you do anything, just search me. I'll probably be there. Yeah, shout out my boy Moke, for having me on here. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. chopping it up with you. Definitely have me again as a a guest. You feel me? I like
Yes.
doing this shit. This is fly. This is fire.
Thank you.
You're doing a dope thing for the city. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue it.
Yes, sir. Kid, this was great. I'll let you get to your leisure time or whatever you're doing, man. And I will holler at you soon.
Yes, sir. I'll
Yes,
be in touch
sir.
with you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Kydd Jones. Like I said, I've been harassing him to get on my podcast since 2016. And when I asked him this time around, he said, "My brother, you have been doing your thing. And yes, I would like to be a part of it." So yes, this is Legends Week. Thursday, we got T Double coming up, one of the pioneers out here. Thank you, Kydd Jones, for being on my show, and thank you everybody for watching. Join my Patreon for other exclusive shit. And what do the stock people say, to the moon? I don't know. I'm out.